Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Advice with Mike. I'm your host, comedian Mike Murphy. Now, if you're new to the channel, please do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. This is the show where you guys send in your messiest, toxic, most out-of-pocket predicaments, and I attempt to break them down, giving my honest and unbiased feedback. Now listen, I'm a comedian, not a therapist, so ain't no guarantee I'll be able to help fix your life, but I can provide laughter along the way and call it like I see it. So without any further ado, let's get into the episode. My best friend's husband subscribed to my OnlyFans under an alias. Hey Mike, I'm in a weird and honestly awkward situation with my best friend and her husband. So I recently found out that her husband has been secretly subscribed to my OnlyFans under a different name. What's your OnlyFans? Nah, it's for market research purposes and whatnot. His middle name, which is why I didn't recognize it at first. Like this video if you think she's full of shit. Over time, he sent me about $600 in total. When I realized who it was, I immediately blocked him and deleted him off all socials. Out of respect for my friend, I sent her half of what I actually received instead of the whole $600 because the platform takes 20%. You better than me, I would have sent her a screenshot and called it a day. And I also used some of that money to buy outfits and props to make the content so I wasn't sending all $600 back. But now she's upset saying that's their money and that I should send it all back, especially since they're behind on bills. You think your husband gets to see my lady parts for the free 99? Nah, that's nasty work. Not here for it. My thing is, once the money hit my account, it technically became mine, right? I did the work, made the videos, and didn't know it was him at the time. Oh, I'm sure you didn't. Honest mistake. I also didn't initiate anything. He came to my page. She says I'm being selfish, but I feel like I already did a decent thing by sending half and cutting them off. Am I the asshole for not sending all the money back? I gotta keep it a buck with you. I read the letter a few times. I pondered on it for a quick second, and here's what I actually think. I don't think that you didn't know who it was. I think that because he used his middle name, that was the excuse you could use to say, oh, I'm innocent, I didn't know. I think what you did was you liked the money he was spending, then guilt set in, and you realized, yo, let me be the one to blow it up first before he does and try to at least salvage the friendship. And then your guilt kind of ate away at you a little bit. You was like, I'm gonna send her back some of the bread, but not all of it. Cause I mean, come on now. I was showing my butthole on the internet for, you know what I mean? And I ain't doing it for the free 99. I think that's what happened, right? But let me just play devil's advocate. Let's say you actually didn't know, which I don't know how OnlyFans work. Never been to subscribe to anybody's channel before or their link or whatever. I don't know how that works. So I don't know if you've seen pictures of him where he was on the anonymous tip. He was requesting special joints. I don't know how that works, but I find it very hard to believe you didn't know it was him. Because in the letter you said, I didn't realize it was him because he used his middle name. So he could have been, pervert user 006738. You know what I'm saying? Like, when did you recognize that it was him? At some point you had to notice either a profile picture, anything. So I don't believe that you didn't know it was him. I think you did know it was him, didn't care because he was spending bread on you, and then eventually guilt ate you up and you was like, nah, I gotta get out of this. And yeah, let's just say you didn't know, right? Let's play that. You giving her back half of the money and you're saying, well, listen, he spent $600, they took 20% of that. I don't know what 20% of 600 is. I think it's like 100 maybe? Nah, 120? I don't know. I'm not good at math like that. But they took that or whatever. Let's just say you got $450 left over. Then you spent a couple dollars. Let's say you spent 100 on a joint. Now you at $350. You gave her half of the $350. So what's that? 175, I think? I don't know. Whatever it was, you gave her back $175 and she mad at you talking about something. You should have gave it all back. You know we behind on bills. So we going along with the fact that you didn't know who it was. That's where we at with it. I already told you I don't believe you, but let's just say you didn't know. She telling you, nah, you should have gave it all back. That's our money. No. Hold on, shorty. Tell your nut ass husband, stop spending bread that he don't have to watch me get butt booty hole naked on the internet. That's a conversation you need to have with your man. You lucky I sent any of the chicken back. This is how I make a living. I'm already humiliating myself and just doing digital prostitution. I'm not doing it for the free ski. Your husband got an issue that you need to deal with. Don't come bringing it to me. You lucky I even told you about it. So I could have kept milking homie. Y'all behind on rent, but he cashing out on his, you know what I'm saying, this 4K vagina. I could have kept doing, you know what I'm saying? But I'm a good friend, so once I peeped game, I was like, nah, excommunicado. He got exiled from all the social media, blocked him up. Then I came and did the snitch on him. You know what I'm saying? Did the first 48 informant on him and told you what was going on. Now you mad at me? Nah. Misplaced hate. Go talk to your mans. Matter of fact, I'm about to send you a request back on Cash App for the $1.75 because you're bugging out. What's wrong with you? Don't ever play with me like that. But that's only if you legitimately didn't know, which I don't believe. Again, I think you knew, but I can't prove it. So my advice to you is to tell her straight up, nah, you need to check your husband. You lucky I sent anything back. Your bills are not my problem. How about you start an OnlyFans and maybe your husband won't be on my page? I'm starting to put it back. I'm starting to gaslight her right back into it. I'm trying to get her reeled into get you a link in your bio. Maybe your husband will be turned on by that and y'all be keeping the bread right in the community. He get paid, he send you the chicken. You lose 20% because OF gonna get they cut. But he's spending bread on you and now he ain't cheating. Now he ain't doing nothing outside the respectable boundaries of y'all vows, y'all marriage. But no, you ain't the asshole for not sending her all the money back. I'm gonna be honest right now, I wouldn't have sent none of it back. I would have just been like, oh, Bill, that shoe? Nah. Hey, Kelly, your husband on my OnlyFans doing some wicked shit. He did this, da-da-da-da-da-da. And then she'd be like, well, can you send the money back? Hey, girl, don't play with me. Get off my line. Go talk to your man. Go get couples therapy. I gave you the scoop. Deal with that, with that information, what you will, but don't ask me for no money. You're out of pocket. Like, I did what I did. I didn't know it was him. Finito. That's my advice to you. So, matter of fact, you know what? Before I let you go, I want you to write back and tell me what she said when I need to hear the end of this. I need to figure out how this ends because there's so many missing pieces that this story sound a little bit, you know what I mean? So why don't you write me back and tell me how it all unfolds? In the meantime, stay alert, stay alive. My sex offender son-in-law is getting out of jail and wants to come live with us. So, Mike, my husband's son got out of jail after doing 10 years for sexual assault. Stay alert, stay alive. Be a stepson on a registry like a wedding gift. And he wants to move in with us. Negative, chief. To be honest, I don't feel comfortable with him around because I feel like some of our things will go missing. He stole somebody's innocence, not a TV. I don't think there's a correlation. I told him no, and he has a problem with it. He used to look at me funny, and as a teenager, he used to be touchy-feely. Nah, he been a pervert in training. He's an adult, and I'm not taking care of a grown man. He has nowhere to go. Like this video if you don't give a shit, but I don't like it. We have a 16-year-old daughter together, and I don't want her to be around him. Nah, underage youth under the same roof as the sex offender? Not happening. He gets released from the halfway house on November 25th. Yeah, right in time to ruin the holidays. And at this point, I don't want him here. My husband wants to give him a year so he can get on his feet. What to do? I found an apartment. If he comes, me and my daughter will be moving out. Now, there's a lot to unpack in this story, but let me get to something I seen right away. You said when he was younger, he used to look at me funny, and when he was a teenager, he was touchy-feely. Son been a predator from the jump. Who was he touchy-feely with? I hope to God it wasn't you. I hope you didn't allow your husband's teenage son to be copping the field on the grope mode on you, and you did no reporting of it. Because now you're the reason why he just did a dime up the creek. Because y'all seen the deviant in the making and reported it to no one. You just brushed it off like it was harmless. Now he's out there taking somebody's innocence. Nah, this is partially for you to blame. He got practice being a predator on you. And now you got a 16-year-old daughter at the house. You are going to be handing her to him on a platter. That's like when an animal dies and it's just laying in the road. The crows can just come down. They ain't got to do no work. Just and just get the food for free. You bring in he just did a dime. He been in the worst prison conditions, surviving for a decade. And yet your husband is talking about let him just stay here for a year to get on his feet. Your daughter is going to be victimized within the first week of him staying here. It's about to be super ugly for you if you allow that. I mean, you did say if he comes, you and your daughter's out. But I'm going to tell you right now, that's not the solution. There's no way you should be having to pay for a separate apartment just to escape some predator because your husband's like, come on, my son. Nah, bro, he's an adult. I would tell your husband straight up, you got me. Let me keep it YouTube friendly. Don't play with me, all right? He's not coming here. If he does, I will be giving you divorce papers and you will not see your daughter until she's ready to see you once she's an adult. Stop playing with me. And the fact that your husband is even considering it, knowing what his son did, I don't care if that's his sister or not. The offenders be doing, now again, I don't know what offending he was doing, whether it was a random joint in the street, whether it was a kid, I don't know what he was doing. But outside of like peeing by a dumpster or something, anytime you got to be on the registry, you can't come around my youth. Boy or girl, is not happening. So my advice to you, I'm going to tell you this and I want you to listen clearly. You have a conversation with your husband and you tell his nut ass, your son is not coming here. I don't care when he gets out the halfway house. I'm not playing with you. I will lie and send him right back. I will have his PO right at the front door like, yo, he was sniffing my daughter's panties. I'm saying the most egregious work. Get him up out of there. That's the super nastiest work. That's my advice to you. Tell your husband, get his shit together. He's out of pocket. I don't care if that's his son. You're bugging out. You have a duty to protect your kid. You do not have a duty to protect a sexual offender adult. And the fact that he did 10 years in jail means that he at least went in when he was 18. So he's at least 28 now. He's super grown. Nah, you can't come here, Junior. Go find somewhere else to go. Go stay at one of your breezies or something. You're not coming here. That's my advice to you. You and your daughter, stay alert, stay alive. My girlfriend's son came home from college and heard me and his mom getting it on. Mike, check it out. My girlfriend and I were home together this weekend. What's our Instagram? Nah. It's for market research purposes and whatnot. Her son and his girlfriend called us to tell us they were coming to sleep at the house. We were happy because currently he goes to college in the city. Empty nester action. I hear you. So we got into bed and smoked a little Chiba. Chiba? You think this is 1997 using them old words? Next thing you know, we start getting into it under the sheets. One thing leads to another, and we hear him yelling up to us on the steps that they were leaving and weren't going to stay. Damn, Buddy heard his mom getting her cheeks clapped like a live studio audience and moved out on safe. We completely lost track of time and we were getting in quite the session. Like this video if you think he's full of shit. We were both completely mortified as they heard us. Mama gotta have a life too. They were both 20 years old, but I feel bad. They left and my girlfriend ended up apologizing to her son. How should I approach this as I don't want things to be awkward? Nah, you a day late and $1 short, my boy. He heard his mom in serious heat. Saying his raise was in heat like a dog is the nastiest of work, but I'm definitely here for it. And I can only imagine how I feel if the roles were reversed. Please help. I mean, I gotta keep it a buck. He heard you doing to his mom what he was about to do to his girlfriend. You think they's about to just go over there and crash? They 20 years old. That thing don't get soft. He walking around on brick 24/7. Pause. But as soon as he thought y'all dozed off, he was about to be, y'all done heard them. You just beat him to the punch. You think he don't think his mom be getting her back cracked like a chiropractor? Nah, he knows what it is. Nah, yeah, of course. I don't want to hear it. Bring my shorty home. Hey, mom, this is Kayla. Kayla, this is my mom. Oh, nice to meet you. This is my mom's boyfriend, Rick, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to say your name. This is Rick. Oh, nice to meet you, Mr. Rick. Cool. Yeah, we go in the basement and watch TV. All right, cool. They all upstairs. He like, yo, let's break out, man. Let's go get a slice of pizza down the street. They bugging. I ain't trying to hear it. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. He don't want to hear it, but it ain't awkward. You know what I'm saying? Because the same thing he was going to do to his race, he was about to do to somebody else's kid, or, you know what I'm saying? I don't think she got a kid yet, but at some point, somebody's mom, that's natural, bro. What you, I mean, like, y'all been together for a couple of years. I'm pretty sure this ain't the first time he heard you beating cheeks. Maybe this is the first time you realize he heard you, but he definitely heard you clapping his mom's buns before. This ain't nothing new. I mean, there's really no advice, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to say nothing to him. The mom already apologized, which I wouldn't apologize to nothing. I'd have just been like, you hungry? I made you a plate. You know what I'm saying? Well, we ain't talking. I'm the mom. I'm not apologizing to you. You came to my crib. Mama got to have a life too. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, there's really no advice, bro. Like, honestly, you don't need to say nothing to him unless he brings it up. Now, if he brings it up like, yo, man, I was over here the other day. You guys knew I was coming. I opened the door and, you know, introduce y'all to my shorty. I hear, nah, about face, we back out the door. Like, come on, bro. Like, I told you we was coming. You just got to be like, I don't know what you talking about. You heard us doing something? We was watching Netflix. Nah, y'all was Netflixing and chilling. But there's really no advice, bro. I mean, honest, there's nothing. Y'all didn't do anything wrong. I mean, is it disrespectful that you knew they was coming and did that? Maybe you try to sneak in a little session real quick before they got there. Who knows? I don't know. There's not enough detail in that, but it ain't like you violated. That's a natural act. Y'all been together for years. He got to know you're beating cheeks. So he walked in and her son. Tell him, man, this business. Go down in the basement, and then you know what? You clap your girl's cheeks while I clap your mom's cheeks. We're even. That negates it. We even it out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he ain't gonna think it's even because he's airing his rays, get her back blown out. You know what I'm saying? So he tight. But if I'm in some guts, I'm not thinking about Mom Dukes upstairs. I'm focused on this thing. So that's just my advice to you, man. Just leave it alone. It'll blow over. No harm, no foul. Stay alert, stay alive. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this episode of Advice with Mike. I'm your host, comedian Mike Murphy. I hope you guys enjoyed me as much as I enjoyed you. And if so, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. Like this video. Matter of fact, leave me a comment telling me what advice you would have gave to them. And who knows, maybe you got your own toxic tale to tell about a shady friend or an entanglement you need help untangling. Feel free to drop me a letter at the email provided below, and I'll make sure I read it in the future segment of Advice with Mike. Now, with that being said, our time together has come to an end. But just remember, stay alert, stay alive.